Welcome to Awkward Anarchy, where we do all the things just slightly worse. Today we are going to be looking at a YouTube iceberg. Now I love icebergs, whether it's conspiracy theories or true crime or weird and creepy internet, YouTube, you name it, I love it. I love the way that they allow me to just deep dive into a particular topic, find some things I didn't really know about before, see that what I thought I knew in depth is just really scratching the surface. And I thought it would be cool to just go through this together and make a couple videos on it. Recently I watched Wendigoon's conspiracy theories and true crime icebergs, like binge watched them. I thought that they were really well researched, well laid out. The one that we are going to be doing from today is the YouTube iceberg, which is done by Reddit user BigFace5528. So all credit to them. Without them, this video would not be possible at all. There are a couple resources that I have used in my research, and they will all be referenced in the description down below. So if you do feel that you want a bit more information on a certain topic, it'll all be available to you down below. Just click the links, and yeah, more than happy to share them. I'm not going to be touching tier 1 and 2. The reason for that is I feel that it's stuff that we all know quite well already. Things like PewDiePie versus T-Series, Chris Chan, Baby Shark versus Despacito, you know, that kind of stuff. They're really well known, and I don't see a point in really doing them. So we will be going from tier 3 down to tier 7, and the way that this is going to work is it's going to be a video per tier. If I do feel that the topic needs a bit more explanation and description, I'm going to give it that time. So we may need to break specific tiers down into more than one video just for time's sake. I don't want anyone to be watching an hour-long video. So with that said, up first is Mei Aids. Mei Aids is what we would refer to today as cancer. Like, this post gave me cancer, this video gave me cancer. Back in the very early days of YouTube, it would be this post gave me AIDS. So Mei Aids was a shit poster who managed to hack numerous thumbnails of really popular YouTubers of the time into a little purple sheep of a popular anime show. Don't know what it's called, don't come at me, not my strong suit. But essentially he hacked a whole bunch of their thumbnails and then just completely disappeared into oblivion. Obey the Walrus features a very skinny, deformed looking woman doing some tap dancing over some really disturbing, perturbing music. And in the description of the video Obey the Walrus, it mentions a cult called Morse. Now, upon further investigation, nobody seems to be able to find anything on this cult. Now, this could have two explanations. One being that this cult doesn't exist because we can't find any information on it. The other being that this cult is so good at hiding who they are that you can't find any information on it. Regardless, the footage used in the Obey the Walrus video is from Sandy Crisp's, who is the person featured in the video. Is from her self-made video, or self-made movie, sorry, called The Goddess Bunny, which is also her drag stage name. Now, unfortunately, Sandy Crisp passed away in January 2021 and is no longer with us. I don't find this video disturbing or funny like a lot of people seem to. I find it really sad that someone can be made creepy just by virtue of how they look and what's happened to them at birth. Sitting and smiling. Sitting and smiling is one of my favorite ones ever. It's a project by Benjamin Bennett, who sits on the floor and smiles for hours on end. Now, in one particular video of his, you can see a burglar attempt to enter his home, where he just sits and continues his project. He just sits there, where the burglar goes hello and looks at this and decides, nah mate, I'm out, and just closes the doors and leaves. And then on another live stream, you can visibly see him urinate himself where there's a puddle of urine that forms around him, and as you continue watching, you can just see the urine gradually evaporate until it's gone. This man's dedicated, yo. And then 2 separate live streams of his, you can see Benjamin burst out in tears, lose his composure, and start crying, whereas eventually he just pulls himself together again and continues. The show must go on, I guess. Neutral response is one of the ones that's kind of like a cool internet thing that just faded into obscurity. So there's a 5-second video from a clip of Futurama where the guy says, "I have no strong feelings one way or another." And the phenomenon behind this is that everyone kind of just decided, you know what, this is going to have an equal like to dislike ratio. And if you go look at that video right now, it would have an equal amount of likes and dislikes. This is hundreds of thousands of people who just collectively decided this is what we're doing now. We are going to keep this equal. It just blows my mind. There was no instruction. The creator didn't ask for it. No one in the comments said, hey, let's do this. It just happened. We're doing this now. Webdriver Torso is a really weird channel where they literally upload a couple seconds long videos of just blue and red blocks on a white background that have some noises over it. And it has very, very frequent uploads. The amazing thing about this, though, is that the official response from Google was that it's just a test upload and that they're just making sure that the video and audio is uploading fine. However, one user was able to link it back to not only leading up to the release of Rick Astley's latest album, but also the length of the Never Gonna Give You Up song. Essentially, it's just one massive ass rickroll. It's amazing. Monkey hate. Now, this is one of the ones that is soul-crushingly disturbing, and I just do not understand. So monkey hate literally refers to people hating monkeys, and there is a surprisingly large community on YouTube that just really hates monkeys and want to see them suffer and tortured and drowned and unalived, and it's a lot. And I found a video that was quite interesting that had a couple theories as to why this may be. And one of the theories was about germophobia. Maybe people think that they're disgusting and just, think they're gross and don't want to see them and hate them for that. Another one was that it could be related to childhood trauma, where we as kids, or really small kids, are taught that monkeys are so adorable and so cute, and look at them, and they're just eating their bananas. Until you go to the zoo and see them and they're flinging their poops, they're mating all over the place, they're screeching really disturbingly, and that's causing childhood trauma. And then the last theory is that it's just plain old sociopathy. Now, I'm inclined to believe that it's just plain old sociopathy. Monkey hate. Same help. Wpkepkw is a cursed video that shows a blurry, distorted face with creepy noises in the background that gradually gets worse until the screen goes black and the noises worsen even more until it ends. Now, I found a fan wiki site that had a little snippet of someone's friend's experience, and they made a video on it, so I thought I'd just share the experience of the friend with you. And I'm just going to read the snippet from the wiki. I heard a story about a cursed video on YouTube. If you search for Wpkepkw, sometimes the video will show up. I tried searching for it, but I always get no results. I tried searching for it several times over the course of 2 weeks, but I wasn't able to find anything. I continued to hear more rumors about the video. Some people claimed that it was the video of someone just before they died. Others said it was a government experiment gone wrong, and the person in the video was trying to confess to something. All of the stories said that the video was cursed. I read that some people saw the video but it only showed up once, so whenever I searched it, I recorded my screen. I finally saw the video. On the surface, it wasn't as scary as I thought, but for some reason I was too scared to search for it again. I felt unsafe watching it. He tried to look at the YouTube channel again, but he was no longer finding it. But afterwards, when he was on his computer, the image kept appearing on screen. People also said that it shows the dates of when you're going to die. Elsagate. Now, as a parent, this scares the living daylights out of me. So, it's essentially videos that are able to fool the YouTube for Kids algorithm, and because they look like innocent videos, they just get pushed to the YouTube for Kids app. Now, this contains videos from scatological to human trafficking to stripping to alcohol abuse to, yeah, you can imagine. So all of this can seep through to YouTube for Kids, whether it's by design or just some really messed up version of Rule 34 that accidentally moved to YouTube for Kids. I don't know. I'm still really concerned. COD Black Ops 3 was the channel with the most videos uploaded before it got disabled. Kate Yup. Kate Yup is a mukbang channel that is featuring a really skinny woman eating really large amounts of food. Now, both the quantity and the speed at which she eats them is really concerning to the viewers, and not only that, there are quite a few of her videos where you can see bruising on her arm. There's one where she has a busted lip. There's one where a viewer noticed that she's tapping on a bowl and was able to track that back to Morse code. What's interesting though is that the comment from the Kate Yup channel debunking the Morse code speaks about Kate in the third person. So it's saying her instead of I, me, my, which is very interesting. Now, there are a couple theories, and it ranges from kidnapping to an abusive boyfriend to glorification of an eating disorder. It's very interesting, but whatever the case, I hope she's okay. Viacom lawsuit. This is so funny to me. So in 2007, Viacom tried to sue YouTube for copyright claims, and while going through the legal process and everything, it turns out that Viacom got 18 marketing agencies to go to a Kinko's, which is, I think, like an internet cafe. I don't know, I'm not American, to upload lower quality versions of their shows onto YouTube. And this got so bad that while going through the whole lawsuit thing, they couldn't determine which ones were the ones that they uploaded as part of the marketing campaign and which were the ones that were legitimately copyright infringement uploaded onto YouTube. And YouTube argued if Viacom couldn't verify which ones were theirs, how could they reasonably expect YouTube to verify which ones were Viacom's legitimate uploads? So Viacom lost, they then appealed it, and then they lost again, and then they appealed again, and now they are in partnership with YouTube. I just find this so fun. That's it for this installment of the YouTube Iceberg. Thanks for watching.